Apart from those places in West Africa, there are also Yoruba people in Trinidad and Tobago. I once went to Trinidad and Tobago several years ago, and a friend took me to a nightclub. And during the festivities, drinking and dancing, they then announced that they were going to perform the Sango dance. I was surprised. First of all, in Trinidad, the port of Spain, you will see a lot of people, men, with dada hair. They call it dada hair. They don't know what it means. But the Trinidadians will say, you know, look at that man with dada hair. I have to explain the meaning of dada hair to them. However, this man now started performing in the nightclub and eating fire. And throughout about 1 hour, this man was speaking in Yoruba. He was in trance. He was not here. He was in the spirit, you know, and he was speaking Yoruba, you know, loudly. And I said, my goodness, what an interesting experience. And when he finished, I went to him. He said he didn't even know what he was saying. All he knew was that he was speaking in spirit. And I had to explain to the people there how this man, who doesn't speak Yoruba, does not understand Yoruba, suddenly get transfixed across the Atlantic and is speaking Yoruba. Well, of course, you know about Brazil. A lot of Yoruba people in Brazil. The interesting thing about Yoruba culture in the Caribbean and Latin America is that it has survived. It has survived, and the reason for this survival are two. The strength of Yoruba culture and religion, the strength makes it to survive even in hostile environment. To the extent that you now find white Brazilians, white Caribbean being worshippers of Yoruba gods. I was, when my friend Professor Biola Omolewa was our ambassador to UNESCO, he invited me to Paris. And when I was in his office, the ambassador of Panama, a white man, came to his office and said, I hear that you are from Nigeria, you are Yoruba. And Omolewa said, yes, I'm Yoruba. And then the man, this white man, then he introduced himself as an Orisha priest. I was dumbfounded. The white man called himself an Orisha priest, and then he introduced his lieutenant, another white man. He said, this man is a Babalawo. So, cut the long story short, the Yoruba cultural heritage is not only in Nigeria, but it's across the world.